All right, everybody, welcome back to 20 to Midnight, the D&D stream about 3 heroes that have to race against the clock if they want to save the world they live in. My name is Gabriel Urbina. I am the Dungeon Master for this adventure.
And my name is Beth, Eyre, and I play Helena Hailstorm, a fighter from the Veldrin Empire, and I am here in London town.
And I am Emma Sherr-Ziarko, and I play Cal, aka Calistoga Vance, who is a tiefling sorcerer from Bas Serenoth. And I am here in the Land of Enchantment, Santa Fe, New Mexico.
My name is Mike Schubert. I play the role of Satus and Karatum, who is a human bard from Kelmoltron. And on this edition of Where in the World is Mike Schubert, I'm coming to you from a WeWork in Berkeley, California.
Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't realize you were in California.
Yeah, continues to bounce around.
Where is he? Where will he be next?
Now, normally, guys, we start off episodes of 20 to Midnight with a quick recap of what happened last time. But last time, nothing really happened of note, so we can, I think, just jump on into new stuff. No need to go over the events of last session.
No need to relive
speak of
that.
them again.
Nope, never again. Yep.
No. Let's actually catch things up. So, having found the dinosaur that you intend to use in the Amon Keth, you began training, but training got derailed pretty quickly by the appearance of one Inspector Derlin Drago, Solony's intelligence agent, who was looking for the same Rakshasa assassin that, in fact, has been stalking you and trying to kill you. He managed to find several clues that pointed towards a remote cave on an icy cliff that the locals called the Sheer, as being the place where the Rakshasa was hiding. You guys faced with the prospect of either training for the upcoming race or going to search for this thing and possibly ending the curse that is preventing you from getting any sleep, chose to do the most famously on-point thing that any D&D party can do. And you chose to split the party, with Satus staying behind to train, and Cal and Helena going off to kill the Rakshasa. Unfortunately, once you found yourselves in the cave, the Rakshasa tricked you into causing a rock slide, sealing you inside the cavern, and revealed himself to actually be Inspector Derlin Drago in disguise. Everybody took this gracefully and without any strong emotions. And here is where splitting the party actually saved your bacon, because you had managed to not only split the party, but also leave one of the sending stones that you've had this whole adventure, we've never used those before, behind with Satus, and were able to communicate to him what had happened. Satus rallied a group of the local townspeople, including Tarok, the sort of insufferable, popular jock type that has been giving you a hard time ever since you got here, Father Kargoth from the Halls of Rhyme, the local temple to the Frostwalker, Red-Eye, the goblin proprietor of the inn, a bunch of Tarok's, like, jock friends from, like, the Barbarian Lodge, just kind of like a whole bunch of people rush to your aid to protect you from your icy tomb and release you. And the good news is that you are all released now. The bad news is that ate up one day, which is the day of you going out there, and it has now severely eaten into your second day, which kind of leaves us with the tail end of the afternoon of the day that you're currently in, one more day, and then the day after tomorrow is the Amon Keth. And up till now, you have not had one full beginning to end day of training with the dinosaur racer. So we may be doing things a little bit by the seat of the saddle. We'll see what happens. But as we begin... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, we also haven't slept in like 3 days. Yay!
Yes, and so you are all now well into the exhaustion state. So we'll see how much that continues to accumulate, if at all. We'll just have to take it one day at a time, as they say.
Yeah.
One sleepless, tired day at a time. But cool. I think then as we open today's session, the last of the sort of rescue team has kind of pulled themselves up from the sheer, and you are now all sort of like standing at the edge of the precipice as kind of Grimma takes stock of everyone and goes, all right, back to the village. And kind of you hear like the mumbles of everyone kind of like, yeah, back to the village. Let's do this.
Thank you all again. Very, very much.
Various tired mumbles of you're very welcome, which seem genuine, but also the mumbles of people that have literally worked through the night to do something.
Yeah. Well, team.
Let's
Let's
trudge
head-
on home.
I guess so.
Yeah. I'm still so angry.
Yeah.
I'm so angry with his stories about growing up in Soliana, and it's so annoying.
It was really, really frustrating.
Yeah.
But let's use that anger to motivate us because
Kill him.
To kill him and to win the Amon Keth.
I like it. Channeling the negative
Yeah, we're
emotions.
channeling as someone who uses otherworldly powers to do things. I highly recommend. I don't know what I'm talking about. I haven't slept in 3 days. I would never.
It's okay, Carol.
Did someone say something? Okay. Okay. We're fine. We're gonna be fine, and we're gonna kill that guy
Yeah.
and win a dinosaur race.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, let's do it.
At this point,
Let's.
Grimma, who has kind of been like riding the dinosaur that he's always riding in, like kind of within earshot of you guys, will go, what's the plan for doing either one of those things, squad? Like, it seems like you're taking on a lot, and there's a lot going on.
Yes.
Indeed, but but time is of the essence, and we need to continue our training. Obviously, we want you to be in training shape, so whatever resting and preparing you need to do. But you say the word, and we're ready to go. At least I am.
Yeah, Grimma will kind of nod and go, I think that this is I'll be very happy to continue running drills with you tomorrow morning. I think that we're spent.
Makes sense.
That's fair.
And guys,
Yeah, fair enough.
this is more to Helena and to Cal as his gaze kind of shifts towards the two of you. He'll go, I don't want to say I told you so, but... And at that moment, like you'll hear another voice as Ikali cuts in. I have no problem saying I told you so. I told you should focus on the training. Training is the most important part of this. You see what happens when you lose focus, when you get distracted by side problems, like not being able to sleep, instead of keeping your mind on objective?
Ikali, I will never question you again.
I'm pretty tired, but I'm pretty sure one of you advocated following him.
I think you did. Yeah, I feel gaslit.
Surely you're forgetting things as they were.
You did also stress the importance of the training that we do want to do. Maybe
Yes,
we can
I
do
do.
something in our hotel room.
Oh, yes. Any recommendations?
Sorry, recommendations for what? Excuse me?
We're not going to be able to sleep. If there's a book we could read, or anything that we could, use to better ourselves as we try to just relax as best we can. Maybe a soothing audio tale.
Yeah, Grimma will sort of go, it's funny, here in Gnarlsroot, we have this tradition of taking, pea pods, and you take out the peas, and then within the pods, you write stories within them. We call them pod stories.
Oh, no, God.
Ah, that's interesting.
Oh, pod stories.
And we're going
That sounds
to
charming.
rewind the past 30 seconds to the point where that did not happen. I just could not resist. Grima
stories
will
canon.
go. I mean, the Beast Breaker didn't come up here, so theoretically she's still back at the village and more well rested. You could find her, and she doesn't really do active training nowadays, but like you might be able to get her to talk you through form, things to look out for, things to do, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that could
like a
work.
good
That-
idea.
Yeah, better than nothing.
We also need to stop by Maeve's
Mm,
to say hi to our friend Maeve.
that makes sense.
Grima's like, yeah, whatever you want to do.
Sorry, I just remembered
fine.
that. Maeve will be worried about us.
Fair.
Roll me a survival check, everyone, please.
Be a 6.
You're tired and you want
And
to
a
go
5?
home.
Yeah.
And how much was that, Beth?
A 5.
You're tired and you want to go home.
16.
All right.
Ooh.
You, Cal, as much as you are tired and want to go home, you're noticing something interesting, which is that the party is not going on the same sort of trek that you took when you got here with, quote-unquote, Inspector Drago. It seems to be going through, like, a different route.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what you noticed with the 16.
Grima,
Yeah.
I am very tired,
Uh-huh.
and I was a little distracted on our way here. But is this the most direct way back to the village?
It's the most downhill way back to the village. It's sort of softer ground, and now that there isn't active risk of anyone starving or suffocating to death, I think that Father K over there, and he sort of gestures towards Father Kargoth at the front of the pack.
Father K.
I think that he's just kind of giving everyone like the easiest path back. I think it'll take us pretty close to the edge of the maelstrom, but aside from that, it's like an easy downhill path, not a lot of like forest, not a lot of tough terrain, so it'll be fine.
The edge of the maelstrom.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're not gonna get like near enough for it to actually be harmful, but it'll be fine.
Okay. Can we have a quick huddle? Team huddle?
Yeah. Grima sort of, draws nearer. Like, yeah, what's up? What's going on? Yeah. Well,
I mean,
Hi.
hey, yeah.
hi.
What's up?
I mean,
Hello,
honestly, I don't mind if you know this Grima
Okay.
at this point.
He's still like riding
we're-
the dinosaur, so he's like trying to like lead into the huddle.
So the whole reason we're doing this all for Lurian is for her special magic compass thing, right?
Isn't she paying
Yeah.
you too?
Yeah, she's paying. Yeah, it is. But
She's covering our expenses at least.
exactly, yes, we're not actually being paid. I don't think.
A quick DM fact check. If you win the race, you are getting 1,000 gold apiece. You
Okay,
do not
cool,
need to
but-
tell this to Grima, but just
Yeah,
so we remember.
Okay, great. But so, if that's the maelstrom that we need to get to try to talk to, I'm forgetting her name. It's been a long time since I slept. Lady, Demetria?
Demetria, yes, I was like, I think it was Demetria, but let me quickly flip through my binder as well.
Let me comb through my memory. Lady Demetria, but if we're going
Who's Lady
close
Demetria,
to there...
remind me again?
Oh, don't worry about it. She's a
Okay.
friend of a friend. But if Grima here knows how to get close to the maelstrom, do we even need the fancy compass thing?
But he'll be like, point of fact, I know how to take us to like the point where we will almost get to the maelstrom. If you want to like cross the maelstrom, get to like the spires or whatever there are on there. And like Father K would be the person to talk to about that. That's like the whole religious site that pilgrims keep trying to
Right.
get to and freezing to death on the way.
Right.
That is
right.
extremely not my department. Let me underline how much not my department that is. I know how to get you to the edge of the place, and if you want to go in there and freeze to death, I will take you to the edge, pat you on the back for good luck, and wish you a good afternoon. But no, I cannot do anything in terms of you going through the maelstrom.
Okay. Thank you, Grimma, for clearing that up.
My
Look,
pleasure.
worth a shot, worth a discussion.
Yeah, no.
Worth a huddle.
Worth a huddle.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Good huddle, team.
Okay.
And break.
Yeah.
He sort of, like trots away, and you kind of hear,
Yeah.
you kind of hear like, what was that about? Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah. Nice.
And indeed, after about 40 minutes of walking, you kind of round around this like mountain bend, and you find yourself, indeed, walking down this pretty easy to walk path, but it's a very arresting sight, because to your left, there is kind of this very thick wooded forest that just kind of suddenly seems to like stop. And then there's about maybe 50, 70 feet of sort of like blank flat space. And then very, very abruptly, there is this violent churning snowstorm on your right that seems to go on for miles. But it is almost as though someone just kind of like somehow has been compelling this snowstorm to only go so far and no further, because you're able to sort of like walk along this gap, but to your right you just kind of see this like ongoing tornado that is right there.
Okay, interesting indeed.
I can see why we might need a magic compass to get through that.
Yeah.
So we can't see any smart way through just by looking at it.
Yeah.
Roll me a good old perception check just in case.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Ooh, oh no, it was close to a natural 20. It's an 8.
No.
And let me remind you all, you are exhausted, so you are rolling with disadvantage.
Oh no.
No, my second one was a 22.
No.
8.
8 for me too.
Natural 1.
We're so sleepy. We're so sleepy.
I'm so tired.
Let's start with you, Emma.
Okay.
You try to kind of like peer in and are sort of trying to like look at something when just like a gust of wind blows and just like a clump of snow hits you in the face. And you just kind of end up like not able to see anything.
This is the worst day ever.
Oh.
Satus, you just kind of like peer and no, like you don't sort of like find like another sort of way in which like the wind seems to part for a moment or some kind of like smart tunnel or anything. Like it is just like a mean storm going on. Helena, you stare and you see the same thing that Satus does, but then a curious thing happens because you get this feeling of almost something staring back at you. And for a moment, you see just the silhouette of a gigantic wolf with piercing blue sapphire eyes. And you may not be in it, but you definitely have a lot of sort of howling wind around you. And for a moment, in the howling wind, you hear the word beautiful just whispered around you. And then you blink, and the silhouette, the eyes, it's gone.
So weird.
What? What's weird?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
It's just like I saw this it's just this weird thing with this wolf, and it's not the first time, and it's just very, very weird to me. But it doesn't matter.
A wolf?
A
Big
wolf?
yeah, with eyes, and it says the word beautiful. It's just very creepy.
Oh.
All right. Let us know if that is something we can help with
Yeah.
at any point.
Yeah, I don't really know why that would happen.
That's definitely creepy as hell. And if there's anything I learned, don't trust.
Creepy.
Hot people. Oh.
Yeah, no.
That's kind, Cal. I don't think I'm going to be seduced by the wolf, but we'll
maybe
see.
it's a warning. It's a warning because all that is beautiful is not to be trusted.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. No, sorry. Yes. I see. Yeah.
Maybe.
At this point, you overhear a little bit of Ikali and Grimma's conversation as you hear Ikali, like, shaking her head and loudly going, "Of course I knew not to trust him. He was too beautiful. Nobody that pretty would ever have good intentions." Grimma's just kind of like, okay, sure.
Well, now I know. Now we know.
Yeah.
Olivia Nealer?
Well, Helena, keep us posted if you see it more.
Yeah, and you tell me if you see it too, because that would mean that it's
Yeah.
real, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe. Or we'll have a collective hallucination.
I think we already are. No.
Yeah. Well, that's unsettling.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully we have that's great to look forward to.
Yeah. Yeah.
After we kill this guy and win this thing.
Yeah. Kill the guy. Win the thing. Let's go.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
And at this point, I think that unless there is anyone else they would like to talk to in the caravan, we can cut to you guys getting back to Gnarl's route.
Yeah. let's do it.
Everyone, like, they get there and there's, like, the formal, like, team break. Like, like, all the jocks kind of, like, clap hands with Tarok. Some of them, like, pat Father Kargoth on the back. There's a lot of, like, thank yous, hands being shaken. And then everyone sort of, like, like, starts to peel away. And Red Eye will sort of go, "You folks coming back to the inn?"
We'll be there in a sec. What time is it?
It's probably, like, 7 p.m.
Oh, so we...
p.m.
I guess we could try to see Maeve and then go.
Yeah.
And then, do we think the Beastbreaker person would be available either?
Grimma will sort of go, she usually works until a little bit before 8 bell, and then she usually has dinner at the inn, so I think that, like, it's a good bet that you'll be able to catch her.
Okay. Then I guess in that case we would say we've got a few errands to run, but after we check a couple of boxes, we'll be in for the night. But we'll see you soon.
She'll go, cool, and stretch. And I'll see you back at the Black Song, and he'll kind of trot off.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all.
Yeah, Tarok will sort of stare you down and kind of go like, "Try to stay out of trouble, outsiders. I don't want to have to save you again."
That is fair.
Yeah.
We got nothing.
Yep. We're gonna try that too.
And he walks off.
All
All right, you are alone now. Ikali and Grimma will sort of go like, "We'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early. We'll cram as
get
much
some good
training as we
rest." can.
Yeah. Thank you.
Get some rest.
Well, we will.
Good. So, should we try to see the Beastbreaker first? Try to catch her?
Yeah.
And then, or...
Let's try to
Okay.
catch her before she heads out, and then we can discuss with Maeve.
Okay.
Cool. So we are going to the Fangway.
Yes.
And yeah, you find the Beastbreaker there. She's kind of giving instructions to a couple of her attendants about the dinosaur care that needs to happen that night. You can tell that maybe a couple of people have been like bringing in new dinosaurs for the race, or maybe that like there's like out of town people because the stables are packed. And it is getting, even at night, loud in there, as there are like all kinds of dinosaurs in like different pens, different areas. It is just full house there. And she will sort of like turn around and look at you guys and go, looking for a little bit of late night training? I didn't think that Grimma and Ikali worked this late normally.
Well, they don't, but we're in a situation where we've been, how do you say, cursed to where we can't sleep. So we were just wondering if there's
Did
anything.
say that? That's a
Some
thing?
do.
Oh, all right.
As the old adage goes.
That must be a southern expression. I don't know that one.
Yeah, so that's the predicament we find ourselves in. So we're just wondering if we're already going to have a sleepless night. Is there anything that we could try to do, whether that is read a scroll or practice any sort of advice, just any sort of thing that we could maybe do as we can't sleep to try and make up for the lost training that we should have had the past couple of days.
And so you've come to, forget the rest. You need the best. You need...
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
In fact.
I mean, I've got some diagrams, some forms about proper writing form, a couple things that I could give you, some pointers. We could put you up on some like practice dummies that we have, and I could take a look at your form, maybe give you some ideas about what you could do to improve. Not saying that it'll beat a full day of working, but I think that it could do a lot to sort of save you some time just by really teaching you the way that things are going.
Wonderful.
That would be great.
Terrific. And let's call it 75 gold.
You take credit.
Yeah.
She turns to you, Helena, and goes, I did not know that such a brave warrior was also such a funny comedian.
I am there.
She is.
What's happening?
While my
But that was not a joke.
While my establishment deals with some credit with Lurian's establishment, I think that for a one-off use of my services, I think that we should keep things liquid, shall we say? But I could also take it out in trade if you have something interesting, if you have something to offer me that could be worth my while. I don't know.
Huh, how funny you should say that. Huddle?
Yes. Pardon us just one moment.
Sure. Erin,
No, you
here.
have that-
No. Give it slack that up a little bit, and she'll go back to sort of like dealing with the dinosaur.
So we don't. Do we have? I don't think we have 75 gold to spare, do we?
Yeah.
She
all.
gave us some gold, but
Not
not
75 gold, no.
So here's a thought that I have, team. We will be racing in the Amon Keth, and we will be in a very public setting. What if we had a little bit of a sponsorship deal with the Beast Burger? Maybe we wear particular robes, put something on our T-Rex. I'm not exactly sure what sort of branding opportunities exist, but perhaps there's 75 gold's worth of advertising to be had.
I will remind you that you have already given instructions as to what your uniforms should be.
All right.
Yeah,
You are going with the
We
three-headed
have our
dragon
cool
emblem.
custom things.
And
Dang it.
I think that it might perhaps more annoy the Beast Breaker to have to sort of switch that out
Yeah.
this late in the game
Yeah.
than entice her.
Dang.
was-
Okay.
It's a great idea.
Yeah,
Son.
absolutely. Triple cell sponsorship.
Yeah.
We do have a mysterious box, which we obviously wanted to keep, but the worse things get, the more it seems like, I don't know.
I
Yeah.
like our mysterious box, though.
I like it too. And I'm worried that whatever's in there is worth a lot more than 75 gold.
Or it could be worth a lot less. Like, the box may be a lot more valuable than the thing inside the box. You don't know.
I know.
Hmm.
I
You'll also have
there
like
any-
various magical items. Like you could give her your
Yeah.
stone of sending or your ring of warmth, Satus.
That's true. We could do that.
I mean, I think didn't we pay like a lot for
Yeah, we
that
paid a lot more than
ring?
I'm not saying that it. I mean, I think that the Beastbreaker
Yeah.
would come off quite the better for that bargain, but I'm just saying, like, you have other things that might interest her besides just the box.
Wait a second.
Mhm.
Don't I have like that wand of opening or something?
Do you?
Yeah, the chime of opening.
Oh, you do have a chime of opening. It's true.
I do have a chime of opening. Could I use that to open the box?
Oh my god!
I believe that you still have 2 charges left on that.
I think I do. I think I only used it once back in
How?
Sally's house.
Go. I like it. Yes, let's find out what's in the box.
Open a box.
Yeah. But the box is probably back in our room.
Is it?
I mean, like,
Does it have to be?
probably it would make sense for the box to be back in your room.
We run, we do it, we run back.
But nah.
Let's open the box.
I would like to open the box, or I would like to use my chime of opening.
All right,
I
well,
vote approval.
you're gonna need to hang on for a second because I don't have this information off the top of my head. So 1 second.
Okay,
We'll come
well,
up with a backup plan while you do
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
Here's the backup plan, chat. I've still got my water breathing cap, and I notice that every time I want to go diving in water, somebody thinks that that's maybe a stupid idea. So maybe we should just sell it.
I don't know. I feel like that's cool, though.
Well,
We
everything's
could-
cool.
We could
Beth,
see
I
about the
promise you,
sending
you sell that thing. The entire next arc is an Atlantis arc.
underwater.
Yeah.
We have used the sending stones, and I don't know that we want to necessarily be splitting up anymore. And I also wouldn't be surprised if one of us gets the magical ability to communicate at some point if we continue.
I do have that already.
Ah,
It's just I can only do it so much. And
sure.
I can only send messages one way.
All right. You wanna use it, but I like
Yes.
Regis Philbin style. Like I need you. Final answer.
Yeah.
Are we opening the box with the chime of opening?
What's in the box?
Yes, agreed.
Yes.
We are. We're doing it.
Yes.
All right. So you take the chime and you pound it against the box.
Yes.
And there is this, like, it's like a tuning fork. You strike it, like it vibrates, and you hear the box vibrating, and the vibrations sort of even go a little bit into the floor, to the point that several of the animals around you start to snarl and growl. And the Beastbreaker and her attendants turn to look at you like, what the shit is going on over there?
Don't mind us.
But a moment
Don't mind us.
Ah!
But a moment later, click, and the latch undoes itself, the lock breaks, and the top of the box opens up, immediately blasting you all with a strong smell of sulfur.
Eggs.
And within the box is a red cape with gold adornments running up and down it.
Can we do some sort of like magic or arcana check to see what's going on?
Yeah.
Once again, I remind
Alright.
you are exhausted, so it'll be with disadvantage. But yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
About the cape.
I got an 8.
It looks like a nice cape, like excellent stitching work. Probably magic in some way.
A total of 8 as well for me.
I think that with your higher knowledge of magic, Cal, you can confirm that it's magic, but not much more than that.
Not much more than that.
I got a 6.
You think it might just be a really nice cape? Like it might just be like a
Pretty.
real nice cape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Satus,
We might not know what's going on with this cape, but we have a friend who might.
That's true. Well, tell you what. I've now used this chime of opening twice. There's only one charge left on it. We could exchange that
I think it's worth holding on to. I feel like of the magical items, if we are going to give up one, my sending stones do seem like the least
Though they
useful.
did.
It seems
though
it
they
seems
did
like they
come
have
in
perhaps
handy.
already
literally
saved the
save our
day,
lives.
so
Sure.
they fulfilled their narrative purpose and can now be sacrificed in the altar of benefit.
The fact that we do have, Cal, at least something that
Yeah.
is similar, though slightly worse, I think it is a pretty good situation where we could see if that would be enticing as an exchange.
Okay, I've been convinced.
Okay, I think we're going to offer to see if the trade of a scroll for sending stones would be
Yeah.
satisfactory.
The Beastmaster will kind of look at the stones and kind of go like, they recharge at the top of every day.
Indeed.
They do.
Deal. And she'll kind of like pocket them and go, all right, let's get dinner and then we'll get started right away. Here, if you want to start going over, and she'll give you like some pamphlets, some scrolls that she has, and she'll kind of just like pound all that on top of you. And then she'll be like, meet me in the back rooms and say another bell. And we can take a look at your form, take a look at how you guys are doing, figure it out.
Great.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll talk then.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
All right, talk to you soon.
In the meantime, we should maybe check on our dragon babies.
But can we try on the cape?
Well, we can try on the cape,
Let's-
but also Maeve might be
let's-
able to tell us.
Yeah, I think it's going to
Well, we
be a...
could just-
Look, we
In
can
case
go to
it's
Maeve.
cursed.
We can we can go to Maeve. We can check on the dragons. We can see what's up with the cape, and we can also tell her about the Rakshasa. It's a big three birds with one visit.
Does
Yes.
sound logical? Just want to try
Let's
it
go.
on.
As the phrase goes.
Cut to outside the eye of the storm as you ring the bell, and a moment later, the familiar sound followed by the click of the door unlocking.
And we go in.
We storm in.
As the door opens, Maeve looks up, and she is standing by the center of the room where she has set up a whatever the medieval equivalent of like a folding table is. On top of which she is holding Blaze as a tape measure stands sort of like animated in mid-air, sort of taking a measure of the dragon. Avanzada and Volt are on the ground looking up at this process. And Maeve will go, oh, hello, I was wondering when you all were going to return.
Oh, hey,
Yep.
Maeve, just measuring the dragons there. We've had a horrible time, but we're here now.
Yep. And you've only been measuring them, right?
Yeah, you know, measuring, weighing, keeping an eye on what they've been doing. You realize
But
they're
no
growing.
No bloodletting.
No, what do you take me for?
Okay,
I'm
good.
really interested in dragon blood.
Yeah.
She will sort of, you know, like reach into her pocket and take out what look like 3 pieces of dried meat, and she'll toss one to Volt, one to Avanzada, and one to Blaze, and they'll scarf it down. And she'll go, you realize that these are growing quite quickly. Like, even in the time that they've been here, they're about a half an inch longer than they were.
Whoa.
Well, good eaters.
Okay.
They're growing babies.
I'm just saying, it's going to be a task to keep these out of sight soon. Especially as...
Yeah.
And from behind her, there is a slight crash of glass as 2 dragons start to tussle. And she'll turn around and go, as you're getting quite rambunctious, I was going to say.
Well, Volt has always been rambunctious. To be fair.
She'll snap her fingers, and you see, like, the glass vial that is broken on the floor remake itself and kind of rewind itself back to the position that it was before the dragons crashed into it. And she'll turn around and go, what about you 3? Helena, you said that you had a bad day?
We had
Very-
a terrible day.
It was very bad.
Do you want some tea and to talk about it?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
She'll snap her finger and like, a kettle will, fire will go up under it, and you'll start to hear it bubble in due time. Is this just sort of a case of, you tell Maeve what happened?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Tell Maeve.
Leaving out some parts.
Sure.
Because we had that agreement, Cal.
Yes.
It's just a
Thank you.
generally awful person.
Thank you. Yeah.
Maeve will listen attentively and sort of go, yes, this sounds like the type of underhanded tactics that a Rakshasa might employ.
So underhand, so cowardly.
Yeah, Helena, this is not a creature that is interested in gallantry or chivalry. It does not care about killing you with its own hands to prove that it's the better combatant. It just wants you dead. And if it can kill you by safely leaving you somewhere to starve, it will take that choice every single time.
So rude.
I don't disagree. I'm
yeah.
just saying this is what you should come to expect from this.
Yeah.
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 Thank you
Well,
for the tea. It's the nicest you've ever been
this
to
is-
us.
This is yeah.
Which is worrying. But
Yeah.
Very good.
We also found this. Show her the cape.
Oh. It's a nice cape.
Yeah. Is that all it is?
She'll kind of give you a crooked smile and go, tell you what, Cal. I'll take this off your hands for 500 gold. Right here, right now.
No.
She'll reach into
What's
a
it?
drawer
Thank you.
and place 2 small bags of gold on a table in front of you. 1,000 gold, no questions asked.
told you we should try it on.
Yeah.
What we still don't know, but Maeve, what if, what is the cape?
Yeah.
She reaches into the drawer, 2 more bags of gold. 2,000 gold. And you don't have to worry about what it is or what it does. I'll just take it off your hands.
God.
I think we're going to hold on to it. Is there any way we could entice you to tell us what this cape is? We don't plan to part with it.
It's very smelly. Like, people are not going to want you around
Yeah.
when you're wearing this cape. It's
That's okay. Honestly, we don't like people that much. We've had a bad run-in with smelly people, so why don't we
That's
be our
true.
own
It's
smelly
true.
people?
It's true.
She goes, okay, but if you need to unload this later, I'm not going to be able to give you as good a deal. And she will kind of,
That's fine.
scoop
That's fine.
the bags back into the drawer and closes it. And she will put the cape, on the table and sort of go, it's called the Cape of the Mountebank. It is a powerful transportation device. It allows you to cast the spell Dimension Door, which, for our intents and purposes, is effectively a short-range teleportation spell.
That's quite nice.
You can only do it once per day, and when you teleport somewhere, you leave behind a cloud of acrid sulfurous smoke. But it's a great way to get out of binds very quickly.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that information. I think we will probably hold on to it because that could be very useful for our particular, in time-related endeavors. But if for whatever reason we are in need of some funds, we know just the place to pawn it off.
Excellent. And just so we know what we're dealing with, Dimension
Yeah.
Door. You teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range. The range is 500 feet. You arrive at exactly the spot desired. It can be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction, such as 200 feet straight downwards, or upwards to the northwest at a 45-degree angle 300 feet. You can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry. You can also bring one willing creature of your size or smaller who is carrying gear up to its carrying capacity. The creature must be within 5 feet of you when you cast the spell. If you would arrive in a place already occupied by an object or creature, you and any creature traveling with you take 4d6 force damage, and the spell fails to teleport you. So basically, don't try to teleport like into a wall of rock or something.
Or into like a maelstrom.
I think that might.
Maybe.
We could perhaps quibble about how much something like a
Yeah,
snowstorm
right.
counts as occupied space. I think that like
Gotcha.
various things in the world should already have impressed upon you what a bad idea going into the maelstrom without appropriate protection is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, look, I mean, that sounds really cool. I like it. I'm glad
Yep.
we didn't give it away.
And now we know if we're in need of some change. I mean, we might not get, quite as much as she offered us.
Maeve will kind of go,
But-
no, you won't.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I think we'll need this cape though.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. And just DM question, like the creature thing, like basically 2 of us could use it. Yeah.
2 of you or... One moment. You can also bring one willing creature of your size or smaller. Yes. So 2 of
Yeah.
you could use
Okay.
it. But if you are also transporting, say, a dragon in your backpack,
Right.
that will count as the
Yeah.
other creature.
Got it.
Right.
Cool beans.
Checks
I
out,
mean,
checks out.
I think that's gonna be quite useful. So I like the idea of keeping it.
I think so too.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we did.
Maeve will
Thanks,
go.
Maeve.
This does raise the question: who gets the cape?
Oh well, I think it's got to be Cal. She used her chime on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you are more magical, so.
And you probably look good in it too. If you just
Yeah.
wanted to,
Oh, you would?
Start blushing.
Maeve will go. Boo! That was so civilized. I was hoping for some
Yeah.
drama.
We've had the drama. We've had it, I tell you.
Get
We've
out.
had the drama, Maeve.
Get out of my store and let me sleep if you're going to be like that.
We're going.
Okay.
All
Or
right, well-
should we take the dragons with us, or
Maeve's doing such a great job.
Yeah, I think we should just give them some scritches and.
we'll be back soon?
Bye, Blaze.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
I give Volt some meat so he doesn't forget me.
At some point, we will need to talk about daycare fare for this little service.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Maeve. Thanks so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Bye, Maeve.
Bye.
Love each other.
Get out of my store.
Okay,
Okay.
now we could go back to the inn.
Great.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
For the beast breaker.
And get some dinner.
And like I think at this point, basically we can like montage the next couple of hours as you meet with the
Sure.
Beastbreaker, you review the materials that she has, she gives you some pointers. Eventually you all finish dinner, you go back to the Fangway where she like takes out like a dummy for like a saddle and like you are able to actually try all riding at the same time. She kind of like gives you some important advice about, no, Helena, if you put your foot here, you'll be able to kind of just like loop your arm through this leather strap, and that way you can kind of balance without actually having to like keep like all of your energy on it and focus. And I think that just kind of like you get like 6 solid hours of kind of just like workshopping your positioning, workshopping your posture, workshopping everything. It is about 2 a.m. when the Beastbreaker kind of goes, I think that's all that I have with me. I still have a lot to do tomorrow. So I hope that you feel that you got your money's worth for those 2 stones, but I think that that is as much as we can do tonight.
Look, we appreciate the effort and everything, so thank you and rest up.
Keep the literature for now. Before you leave town, I
thank you.
appreciate you giving it back. I only have a certain number of copies of it, but please keep it with you if you want to keep going over it for the rest of tonight.
Thank
Will
you.
do.
That was very kind.
Hey, my pleasure. Ugh. All right, well,
Well,
try to get some, try to have a good night.
thank you. We could, at least lie down for a few
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, I think another plan of restful, rest as much we can situation.
And if you have any,
seems
if
like
you
a
have any
good
hit
use.
dice left, you can do a short rest. if you need
Ooh.
hit points back.
Yeah, I sure do. I sure do.
Good idea.
We see how many. Oh, short rest. Well, I do have some hit die left. I think I'll do a short rest.
I think I have all my hit die
I do
left
too.
Yeah,
because I
got
think
them.
the last time I
It's been a while
Did
since
it.
you guys have done a short
it's
rest.
been a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we got a long rest since then.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use 3 of my 5 hit die.
I like it. Let's live big.
Yeah, because I'm not doing great.
I'm gonna use 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I'm going to use 2 as well.
Okay. So 1d6 plus.
Okay, I got 5 healing. Is that right? That makes sense. Oh no, 1d8 plus 2.
Okay, so
Okay,
then I
6 plus 2.
roll the die, right?
Yes. Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah. So like you'll see. I think that if you look at the sheet on D&D Beyond, it'll be like for Helena, for example, it's like 1d10 plus 3. So you do that times however many dice you're doing.
Ah.
Right.
Oh, so I get to do it a
So-
second time.
So I believe I think I heal 16 points, which is good.
That's a considerable amount of Cal's health.
Yeah, it is half of my health to heal.
All right.
So I'm close to full. Not at full, but close to
Yeah,
full.
and I did 2 of them, so I got 2 d8s plus 4. And now I'm back. I was at 17. Now I'm at 32, and I also gained back my bardic inspirations.
Hell yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have
Woot,
gained
woot, woot.
18 total, which is pretty awesome.
Excellent.
That is great.
Excellent.
But we're still
Ah.
exhausted.
Oh yeah, in due time. I was gonna say, like you see the sun rise through your window. At which point I need a Constitution saving throw from everyone, please.
No.
Okie dokie.
Do we have disadvantage on it or no? Okay.
No, that is exhaustion level 3, as you have disadvantage on saving throws and attack rolls.
Ooh, can I bardically inspire us on these rolls?
What a great question. You can't inspire yourself, but you can inspire the other 2.
Then I'm gonna do that.
I
I'm
would-
gonna. Oh, yeah.
I already felt pretty inspired.
Okay. Then I will
but-
I
turn
don't get
to
it.
Helena, and I'll be like, Helena, I know we've been up for quite some time, but I believe in our ability to champion our way through
Power
this.
through.
And not. Yeah, we can do this.
Hey,
So you get a
thank you.
D8 for whatever roll.
Oh, nice.
Oh, awesome. That's really cool. Great. Okay.
Okay.
I rolled an 18 plus 5 for 23,
All right.
which is why I
So
didn't
you're not more exhausted, but you're pretty exhausted.
Okay.
I rolled a 13.
Yeah, Mike, Satus goes to level 2 of exhaustion. We'll talk
All
about
right,
that in
that's
just a
fine.
moment.
That's okay.
And thanks to Satus, I have a 17.
Helena also goes to level 2 of exhaustion.
What? Wow.
You've been up for like 4 days in a row. Like,
Look,
what
hey,
do you
man.
expect?
Oh, I'm
yeah.
not, I don't know. I don't know. That's look. I'm not blaming you. I'm just surprised. I thought we'd be safe, but tough. It's tough.
Yeah. It's tough out here
It is difficult out here.
I think at this point we're legally insane though, so I think we can use that to our advantage. Isn't it like if you haven't slept at all in 72 hours, you're considered?
really?
Really?
That's what I've heard at some point. Yeah.
I've never
But
heard
anyway.
about that.
Yeah.
Level
It could be. It could not be
level
true,
2 of
but-
exhaustion. You still have disadvantage on your ability checks. Your speed is also halved now.
Oof.
So basically, like, you try to leave the inn in the morning, and Cal just, like, walks off full speed. And she looks behind, and the other 2 are like, we're coming.
Oh,
Come on, guys, we can do it.
yeah.
Oh, We'll be there in a second.
Yeah, we're just doing it at this pace.
Speaking of doing it, let's take a quick break before we do further things. So we're going to be back in about 5 minutes, everyone. Be right back.
All right.